Hey, what's up, Mac? This is a quick demo video for you for your custom 2.0 Starkiller from Phil over at Calamian Customs. This is a full custom from Phil. He did the entire thing from a 2.0 Graflex. Starkillers always have a special place over here in my shop, and I really do enjoy the 2.0s. I think of all the Starkillers out there, the 2.0s, man, are just, they're just ridiculous because you could do so much with them. And even though everybody starts off with the same kit, they do look totally different depending on who does them. So this is a very nice one. I really do appreciate your patience. I've had this for a little while, trying to get over the recent large commission I had, and you're very patient with me, so I appreciate that. But you've got a real quartz crystal here in the center, and of course Phil did, let me focus in on that, Phil did all the machining for the quartz base and also the brass rod coming down. I mean, he machined everything on here. We've got your shadow foil props lit PCB. That is the one that you provided me. And then this is a 2-button setup. This particular control box is from One Replicas. So your front switch will be power, your back plunger back here will be auxiliary. All right, and then coming over here and taking the handle off, Phil also machined you a secondary crystal chamber with an aluminum sleeve. All right, so this is what we've got here. You've got a cracked marble in there, so I'll light that up here for you in a second. This saber is running 5 blade styles. I tried to give you as many blinkies as I could. So your first one will be, your main blade. Your second one will be your crystal here. Your third one will be this strip in the sleeve right here. It has a 9-pixel accent behind it and a little bit of diffusion material. All right, and then your final one is, you had a little cutout right here, so I put a pixel behind that right there so that we could light that up too. It does have just my sound, or no, it doesn't have my sound font. You sent me a used Proffie to put in here, and the SD card had about 5 or 6 fonts. I picked Kyberphonic Secret Apprentice, and that's the one I programmed on here. All right, and then I put a copy of the config file on the SD card. But every blade style I labeled. So, main blade, main crystal chamber. I did do a sub blade for the secondary crystal chamber in this single pixel accent over here. They are sub-bladed together. And then, of course, this guy right here, because this is a V2 and I had 5 blades, so I had to do that. Let me get a pair of tweezers. You can put the battery into this sleeve without taking it off. You can reach the kill switch without taking the sleeve off. If you can see that right there in that first slot, I designed it to where you can get in there with a pair of tweezers or something and you can just flick it open. All right, but to make changes to the board, you will have to take the sleeve off. So what you'll want to do, you'll want to be very careful doing that. You will want to grab your secondary chamber here. You don't want to just grab it here and start yakking on it. It's all going to come loose. So grab your secondary chamber, grab your sleeve, and just kind of twist it off just like that. It comes off that easy. All right, and then you'll see your blinkies. I didn't do much to the chassis on this. This is a tube basically, because it's always covered by the sleeve. So I didn't see any need to go into detail there. But from here, you can get to your SD card and your micro USB. You can do everything you need to do without popping the board up. There was just no way around having to do that. So I did not adhese the sleeve down. All right, and so when you put it back on, just line it back up for the board. When you get about right there, and it's a nice tight press fit into the secondary chamber, and now everything's aligned again. All right, and then from here, spring side, right, put your battery in. It'll snap in there nice and tough, and come over here and flip the kill switch. So that one will be a heartbeat. This is kind of a kit scanner for now. I tried to light up everything that Phil had going on over here. Your main crystal's pulsing. We hit power. And then I gave you kind of a broken circuitry effect for now on that marble because I just thought it looked cool. This one goes solid. Everything reacts to the auxiliary button being pressed. So here, over here, crystal chamber as well. And your Neopixel connector is lighting up, right? So, and then you've got twist off. So that's what the chassis looks like with the handle off. Go ahead and throw this on real quick. Come over here and hit power. Got some nice shine through right here for your marble. Now for blade retention, this guy is just a little bit shy for a blade retention. So what I would do when you get it is I would just take that. Let me focus in on this real quick. Apologies for the camera work. I would take this guy out right here and replace it with a screw that's just a little bit longer, and you can use that for a blade retention. All right, so for now I'm just going to hold a blade in there. It takes a 7/8 inch blade. So I'll just kind of hold it in and fire it up so you can see that it does fire up a blade. Right. It's a nice blade lock up. You see the difference in my hand. That's good. We'll flash on clash, and we'll take that blade out. So yeah, that's what I would do for a blade retention screw. You will need that because, as you saw when I was hitting it for flash on clash, it's not going to hold a blade by itself. All right, and then the normal long press on the power. Another long press to turn it off. You know your way around Proffie a lot. You actually taught me how to do sub blades. You need no introduction to Proffie. I just like to try to go over everything I can when I do these. All right, but when we're done, of course, we'll come back over here. We'll flip it on, and then take you a pair of tweezers or something. Come in here to this vent, flip off your kill switch, and it kills power. All right, and then you can take the back of your tweezers or something and pop your battery out. It'll pop out just like that. But that is basically your custom 2.0 Starkiller. Let me know if everything makes sense to you, and I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, Mac.